Hey, hi Devjani. Hi,
Hi
Sujata.
Ganesh, how are you?
I'm
Happy
well,
Republic
thank
Day.
you. Happy Republic Day.
Nice seeing you.
Likewise.
The program is live on YouTube now.
Maybe the background side, can we just put that? It's live on YouTube so that people just we type it. Who does it? Sucheta or Nidhi?
Ma'am, is my
It is
screen
off.
visible?
Yeah, it's done.
Visible, उस पर type कर दो आप कि YouTube live चल रहा है, so people can read it immediately.
Yes, ma'am, posting the link on the chat box also, YouTube live
Okay,
stream.
yeah, please, yeah.
जो मेन इशू है कि ज्यादा डिस्टेंस ते होएगा वो भी किसी अपार्टमेंट
Hi Krish, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Professor Karting.
Good afternoon. Good to see you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, General Dheer. Are you back in the country? General Dheer, unmute.
I said good afternoon.
Are
Nice
you
to see
back
you
in
all.
India?
Yeah,
Are
I
you
am
back?
back and glad to be with you.
Good.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Avtar Singh.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good to have you here.
Good afternoon, Suchita ji.
Namaskar, good afternoon. I think we are dot on 2. Let us start. Am I audible?
Yeah,
Am I audible? Sure. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Namaskar, good afternoon to one and all. Thank you so much for joining today in our celebration to announce the first personal certification body for GCPPCS. Wishing you all a very happy Republic Day today. And I also thank all the members and delegates from our steering committee, our technical committee, our assessment committee, review and decision panel, appellate authority, all other dignitaries from the first PrCB as well as other prospective PrCBs, prospective training institutions, and my dear ladies. This program is being recorded for our internal training purpose as well as quality purpose. I will request you to kindly mute your mic, and I'll request my colleagues to keep on muting in case somebody gets unmuted. And we'll have a quick overview because I am being told that few people who have joined, many people who have joined are actually a new person who has not been, given an overview about the GCPPCS. So I'll just do a very quick overview before I invite our executive director to give the announcement. So I'll request Nidhi, if you can allow me to share my screen.
Ma'am, you are already a co-host.
Yeah. Can you please keep muting because there are more lot of yeah. So a very quick sneak peek into the system, ladies and gentlemen. As you all know that GCPPCS stands for Good Clinical Practice Professional Certification Scheme. This is for the people who are not from, for them, this is the first session or first overview session. GCP, as you may already know or would like to know, is that it is an international ethical and scientific quality standard which has been followed since ages. It speaks about how to conduct a study, how to first design a study, then conduct. When you conduct, how you record, how you report. This is all related to clinical trials, the regulatory clinical trials in particular, those which engage human participants. So I would love to tell them as participants and not subjects. So is the GCP compliance unnecessary? Yes, as per the New Drugs and Clinical Trial Rules 2019, it has been mandated that all ethics committee members who review the clinical trials should be trained in good clinical practice. And if they aren't, then they will be disqualified also, it's mentioned. Also, the Indian GCP mentions that they should be trained regularly for that. So GCP compliance hence becomes mandated through regulations, through guidelines. And as you know, there's all thanks to our COVID pandemic, there are a lot of trials. There will be more trials coming up in future. So there'll be a huge demand of persons who will be trained in GCP or will continue to get trained in GCP. This is a prerequisite for all clinical trial team members, especially the ethics committee, investigators, and all the site study team. So CDSA's genesis was that CDSA used to conduct training, GCP training for several years. And we found that there is a need for some standardized system or a uniform system for. I'll request you to kindly mute the mic. Please help me, Nidhi, with muting all the mics. Very sorry, ladies and gentlemen. So there are two components which will come into the next one. This, after doing all the due diligence about all the process, about setting up a system which is based on international standard, ISO 17024. This was launched and dedicated to the nation on the 15th of August 2021, last year by our Honorable Secretary, Dr. Renu Swarupji. You can see this, and this was the beginning of the new era, which we call, or as we understand, is the first ever personal certification system in the world on good clinical practice for clinical trial domain. So as we said, the CDSA THSTI were engaged in GCP training over several years, and we wanted a standardization system and also to enhance the quality. So we benchmarked it for that and climbed up the ladder as a scheme owner. So the structure is based on what exactly is being followed globally. There's a globally two-tier structure, the regulatory as well as the voluntary space. Indian scenario also mimics what exactly happens in international. CDSA THSTI follows a voluntary system with the examples that is set by others. If you can see, as it is in the Ayush Mark or NABH or various other systems like Yoga Certification Board and Traditional Healer Certification. So and this is before what CDSA embarked upon the journey. We did a due diligence on having a detailed SWOT analysis, finding out what are the strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. And this is all about GCPPCS. According to us, through our survey, we found that none such certification system exists. So we call it as first of its kind, based on an international personal certification standard, ISO 17024, and which is based on the internationally acceptable framework for certification and training, developed by CDSA THSTI scheme owner, and has two systems for accreditation of personal certification bodies as well as the training institutions, which we will see in our next slide. This is the logo which was designed by all our team members. It shows its origin from India, having the dots which has its CDSA THSTI parent origin. Also, a person in the middle signifies the personal certification, and the tagline is with an objective that to raise the quality of professionals, saying that, are you certified? So GCPPCS, if you see, is based on a knowledge and competency assessment, which is knowledge and skill. And there is a minimum standard of competence, which is designed, which is as per if you go through the minimum standard of competence, which is available for viewing, as well as you can download it. It's in the GCPPCS website. You will find that it's based on the Indian GCP as well as the ICGCP, as well as other competency measurement tools of 6 domains, which has been inspired by the other Harvard MRCT system, which they have adopted. This is the main slide, which is of importance to us, for us to remember. All these times we had always dreamt of for this day, where we would like to have a personal certification body, which will kickstart the GCP professionals who are seeking certifications. We are blessed, or we are indeed happy that we have a PrCB, which is already accredited for ISO 17024, and that makes it internationally equivalent for that. This is the strong governance structure of that. The people who are already GCP trained, they can directly go to the PrCB and get themselves evaluated through the systems and procedures that the PrCB has. The people who are aspiring and would like to have a sensitization, they can go to training institutions. We have opened the invitations for all training institutions to apply for GCPPCS. And people can now, with this process of first announcement, it will kickstart the GCPPCS professional certification scheme. It is governed by a strong governance structure, the steering committee, which is multi-stakeholder, a technical committee, assessment committee, review and decision panel, and an appellate authority. As you have seen in the earlier slide, the GCPPCS has a association with the ISO 17024, which is the NABCB, the National Accreditation Board for Certification Bodies, has a multilateral recognition agreement, and through them, any person who is recognized in India will also be internationally equivalent to that. So this is the international equivalence structure, where you can see that the minimum standard of competence being developed is developed at par with all the requirements as per the I'll request all of you to kindly mute your mic. And this is the strong governance structure that I was mentioning, all the committees that I just mentioned. This is the all the documents, scheme documents, which are kept in the, which can be viewed in the our PHSTI CDSA website. If you can see, if you can just go, click GCPPCS, and it takes you to you. If you have any questions, I'll request Oppo to please kindly mute your mic. Yeah, there are a lot of forms which are related to the application. If you have any questions, this is the email address, which is also available in the website for you to view. And this is the website which I was mentioning. All these days, I used to say that GCPPCS is our passion for excellence. And always we used to think that there might be some standards or benchmark developed. And always I used to say that if you have a choice, then choose the best. If you have no choice, then do the best. And today is the day where I will denounce, or I will start telling that now you have a choice. Now you have a first PrCB, which is there, which can help you wade out from this. So I'm really very happy and delighted to have this valuable time. Now is the time when I can I'll request our Executive Director, Dr. Pramod Kumar Garg-ji. Namaskar, sir. I thank you so much for joining. And I'll request sir to kindly do the honor of announce for the announcement. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, sir. I'll request Dr. Pramod Kumar Garg-ji to kindly do the honor of announcing the first PRC.
Namaskar. Thank you, Cheta, for organizing this meeting on a very auspicious day of Republic Day. I remember that we launched this scheme on 15th of August. 2021. And today it's a very nice day to say that you have come, you have made a reasonable distance, I would say, traveled a reasonable distance, because after the announcement, I'm told that many webinars were held so that people were apprised about this scheme, how important it is for people who are imparting GCP training to get certified, how important for organizations to get certified, because unless you have a certification, nobody will take you seriously. And credibility is very important. When we talk about clinical research, particularly clinical trials, we want to make sure that the trials, the research is done according to the pre-specified norms. And good clinical practice is the most widely recognized and required norm for conducting good clinical trials. And GCP in India is being imparted through many organizations. In fact, THSTI was the leading organization to impart GCP training. And we have now moved on. And now we have a GCP professional certifications scheme, which will now certify those organizations which are willing to impart GCP training to others in the field. And I'm happy that subsequent to the launch of the scheme, that many people actually applied for this, and Northeast Christian University, Dimapur, Nagaland, which I am told is already ISO 17024 accredited professional certification body, has applied for that. And after following a due process of assessing the organization, I'm very happy that this has now earned the distinction of becoming the first ever personal certification body for GCPPCS. A big round of applause to that university. It is now ready to start the certification of GCP professionals. And I must congratulate the entire team from Northeast University to earn this distinction. And also I must compliment the CDSA THSTI team for having done the groundwork and also following a due process for giving these certifications. Thank you for inviting me, and I stop here. Thank you.
Many thanks, Dr. Garg, for this wonderful opportunity, event, for joining us today, as well as announcing the first PrCB. It is a very memorable moment for us. The last Independence Day and this Republic Day will make us really gear up for the next upcoming Independence Day to do something more and dedicate such events for the nation. Thank you so much. With this, I would like to invite Professor Dalando Khating Sir to kindly say a few words. He is the Vice Chancellor of Northeast Christian University, NICU. Over to you, sir.
Good afternoon. I also wish you all, on behalf of the university, a very happy Republic Day. Greetings, warm greetings to our university. We are so humbled and really so honored by this special event that you're holding for just to announce this. For us, we thought, okay, we apply for something and we get it, and that's it. You communicate through the office files but here you're holding it, and the National Day is like getting a national award. It's as if I could have been standing there on the rampart of the if I had paraders and then gone up there to receive this award. It was such a privilege, really. We're overjoyed. We are a rather small university. We started only in 2018, our academic sessions, so we're very young as well. We are based in the Northeast. Our headquarters is in Dimapur, Nagaland. We have the city office there. We have also a campus about 250 acres permanent land between Kohima and Dimapur, which we are slowly developing. That is, so hopefully something will come up there as well. But for now, we are concentrating on very limited areas where we feel they are contextual, they're useful, and where we feel that they're relevant for the people in this region in particular. For example, we have international relations at the undergraduate level, That's because if you look at the Northeast, we're surrounded by almost 100% by foreign countries around us. We're linked with mainland India by only a very narrow strip of less than 30 kilometers between Bhutan and Bangladesh, and rest of the area around Bhutan, Nepal, China, Myanmar, Bangladesh, all around us. And when we act this policy of the government of India, we need to be prepared for that. That's why it chose this at the undergraduate level as well. Since tradition, culture, and biodiversity are rich in this particular part of the country, these will be definitely our trust areas. And that's why when in 2017, we came to know that QCI had introduced a scheme for traditional healers, what they call traditional community healthcare providers, to evaluate and certify them. And they're also inviting PrCBs for that. We did apply. And in 2018, we qualified, we found qualified by QCI Quality Council of India to be a PrCB for the traditional healers or traditional community healthcare providers. Since we also wanted to ensure that we ourselves maintain a high standard of in our practice as well, we went we applied for accreditation under the NABCB as a PrCB, and in 2020 under the ISO 17024, we were found qualified to be accredited by NABCB also as a PrCB for TCHPs. We are the only one in the country to be so qualified. Then in 2020, then this other announcement came that DBT through THS TI was initiating another area of quality monitoring and encouraging the pursuit of quality. Because for us, it is not just quality, but something activity that will improve the quality of life of people. Essentially, that is the basic. Our education system is that to improve the quality of life, enable people to do that in different areas, not just academically, but also socially. That's why we have compulsory, right from the undergraduate level, we have compulsory community service, three weeks per semester, where our students go and spend time in an orphanage or an old age home, or like that. That's compulsory for 6 semesters. It's compulsory. So this is the way we do it, because you need to have hands-on experience in this, and then only you can talk of the building up of compassion, of sensitivity, of the other aspects of life, not just the book knowledge. Internship is also compulsory from the first semester itself. So we start with 3 weeks, then we go on to 1 month, then 6 weeks, so on. As it progress, depending on the company, they also go for internship. So by the end of when they graduate, they will be in high demand across country, and to be also recognized as not just knowledgeable but upright citizens who care for the people. That's what we try to produce. So in this thing that we are now announcing, we are so happy to take part in this. We hope that we can meet your expectation. Because there's lots, I know there is, but we also know that many coming forward to apply, and we do encourage them to apply, because there's so many that numbers are huge in the country. We looked at statistics where people do need this type of a certification program. We couldn't have done this without our evaluators. We have expert evaluators on our panel. One is Dr. Arun Bahad. Many of you might be knowing him. He was a former president of the Indian Society for Clinical Research. He is now a chairman on the SRL Ethics Committee. He's written lots of books on clinical research, and he's such an eminent person. His CV is very large. Another person with us is Dr. Subrajyoti Bhaumik. He is the director for the academics and research in Peerless Hospitals, Calcutta. He's also the other expert, and he has tremendous experience in clinical research. He's even taught overseas, both in UK and USA, and now he's with us on our team. So we have these two very eminent people. So we're so fortunate to have them with us, and we thank them for also coming forward. We are grateful to the assessment team that came from CDSA, both Dr. Sanish Davis and Professor Devjani Roy, who did the assessment for us. I mean, it is because of, they were such good assessors to be able to guide us in whatever way we need to address. And fortunately, because we were already accredited by NABCB, since the documents are already there in place, there are not too many major things that they was found, and we could sail through fairly smoothly. But we thank them so much for coming and also guiding us. And we look forward to continued support from them and from the CDSA in particular, because we cannot move ahead without the support of CDSA. Thanks so much, and wish you all once again a happy Republic Day and a wonderful year ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Khating. It was a pleasure hearing you today, and we are really indeed delighted that first is always memorable, like first who climbed Mount Everest, first who reached moon, and you will always be remembered as our first PrCB for GCPPCS. So thank you so much once again for making it possible to be the first. So we have around 7 minutes, and knowing that our GCPPCS Secretariat to be very efficient in giving the vote of thanks, I would request if any other members would like to say something before we invite the GCPPCS Secretariat to do the honor of giving a vote of thanks.
I would like to come in. This is
yes,
Bijon
Dr.
Mishra.
Professor Bijon Mishra ji, namaskar, please.
Namaskar, namaskar. I feel so proud because, as some of you would know, that I am already associated with the university, NICU,
yes,
as a
yes.
professor R&D. So
yes.
I would like to take this great opportunity. I mean, today is an auspicious day, for all of us. I want to first congratulate on this 73rd Republic Day of our country in terms of reiterating what the Constitution has given us and what we should all look at in terms of taking our country forward. So Professor Dorando and team and CDMA and all the team members who helped NICU to achieve this. I mean, it's a great honor. And as you said very correctly, Dr. Suchita, first is always first. Our university is first university to get accredited in terms of certifying traditional healers. And now we have come to, again, human, talent. And that is what is most required. And as a person who represents the consumer cluster, you see, the consumers always look for quality and standards. And that is what makes a country, its commerce, robust and acceptable globally. And today I'm very happy to be part of this occasion. And I would like to thank each one of you all, to encourage our university to reach that level. And I'm sure, under the strong leadership of Professor Dorando, who has been a great committed person. And I feel so proud today. So thank you very much for this great occasion and giving me this opportunity to speak a few words. All the best. And I can tell you that NICU will never, be seen in falling back on the expectations of the citizens and the consumers in the country, because we believe in quality and we believe that we should promote standards in the country. Thank you very much. And thanks once again for all the support you all have extended to NICU to make this happen. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Bijon Mishra ji. We see you over the TV a lot of times, and I'm sure you'll be a good brand ambassador for this GCPPCS across not only India, but globally. It's like made in India for the world. So thank you so much once again. I invite, if any other members, I could see Ranjot Borkoti has raised hands. If any of the members would like to say a few words, either from the technical committee, assessment committee, review and decision panel, before we give a quick vote of thanks. This program is live on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, and I see nobody, so we are, I think, just on time. So I will now invite Professor Rai from the GCPPCS Secretariat to kindly do the honor of giving the vote of thanks. Over to you.
Thank you, Sucheta. Am I audible?
Yes.
Thank you, everybody. And this is not a general mandatory vote of thanks. I would like to say right in the beginning, it comes right from my heart. I'm really, really sincerely thanking each and everyone. And to begin this vote of thanks on this auspicious day of 26th of January 2022, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Pramod Garg, Executive Director, THSTI, who has been instrumental for the formal launch of GCPCS on August 15, 2021. So we are extremely grateful to you. And since then, you have been a great pillar of strength and support for the scheme. And you are always there helping us to reach the goal for which this scheme has been established. Thank you very much, sir, for sparing your valuable time and being with us and encouraging the entire team. My heartfelt thank goes to Professor D.T. Karthik, Vice Chancellor of Northeast Christian University, Dimapur, for especially having the confidence in us. The team GCPPCS, as you already know, all of us know, this is the first ever in the world, the scheme. We took time to launch it because we wanted to be absolutely sure, because anything first needs a lot of scrutiny, lot of checking, lot of robust systems to be there. And therefore we did it. And you had the confidence in us, sir. And you also had the confidence to put your application to us. And now we are so happy that we are here today to announce this approval. It is also a great day for us. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, NECU, and thank you, Team NECU, for the PrCB. And somehow I've seen this place, I've gone through the assessment process, and you have an extremely robust system. I, along with Dr. Sanish Davis, we were there. We are so happy. And then your papers went to the review and decision-making panel, and they were also extremely happy with the entire system and the processes. And today we are here on this auspicious occasion to announce this approval of the first PrCB. We are also thankful to Professor Bijon Mishra. He's a big pillar of support for the scheme. As you yourself said, sir, consumers are the people who are backbone for any new initiative. So anything, any support, any suggestion, we are always will be open to you for your suggestions, and thank you, sir. Now I would be really, I cannot name each and every person because we have a very robust system for GCPPCS. We have 3 governing body structures, and these all 3 are multi-stakeholders committee, and the steering committee, there's a steering committee, there's a technical committee, there's an assessment committee, and it is headed by eminent chairpersons, vice chairperson, and each and every, we have industry representation, we have regulatory representation, we have academic institution representations, we have consumer core. So I will not be able to have time to mention each and every name, but from the bottom of my heart, I would like to thank you for your tremendous support for us and guidance all through these times. And then, of course, my colleagues here at CDSA, Dr. Nitya Vadva and Dr. Sucheta Kurunkar. This is like 24/7. We keep on discussing things, and whenever we are headed with any sort of stumbling block, we sit together, we discuss, we brainstorm, and we overcome. So I'm very thankful. And the GCPPCS team, together, we are here, and therefore it is... I again ask you, for all of you, for your support and guidance, any suggestions. And I would be failing in my duties if I don't thank each and every participant here today on this special occasion that you are with us here and to give us the encouragement to march ahead. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much. Namaskar and Jai Hind.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Debjani. Thank you, Professor Darlando.
No, thank you to you. Kind words. Thank you.
Very nice.
Dr. Roy. Thank you, everybody. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.